Sup guys, Juggalo here. I'm using my webcam to make this video just because it's taking forever to upload videos onto YouTube with my high definition camera and everything. It took like an hour for a 15-minute video, so hopefully using this webcam will prevent taking so long. So I have the 7970 Waterblock right here, and here is the graphics card right here. And now we're going to go ahead and take off all the screws. So I'm going to go around here first, and then from there I'll go and undo these guys right here. Also, XSPC does give you guys instructions on how to do that and everything like that. And the screws are not on this tight, surprisingly enough. So go ahead and take these off real quick and get the install done. And I know some people think it was, I don't know what his screen name is, but he's like, well, why did you get an ugly case and all that? I'm like, look, the guy paid for the case. He's paying me to do the build. It's his computer, let alone Case Labs is probably one of the best manufacturers that are out there right now that's American made, and their cases are not cheap plastic and have gimmicky crap. It's all the tools you need for a serious water cooler, let alone a computer gamer that loves to do enthusiast kind of things and all that stuff. He wants this case to be water cooled, so I'm giving what the customer wants. So I don't know why he's just bashing Case Labs. Why did you do this? Why don't you get the Titan? He has a budget, so why would I go and spend over his budget? And then this one right here, I don't know if it's a special screw, but I'm going to definitely keep that to the side and probably wrap it up in some tape. So there we go. We did undo all the screws on the card, and now we're going to undo the GPU, and it should just be spring loaded on either side, so I won't have to worry about it exploding everywhere or the magic spring going off. So we'll go ahead and undo all the screws. Okay, there we go. We got one screw, we got 2, 3. Now we have this one, fourth one. Okay, and there you go. So that's what it looks like, the little bracket. And then from there, the card should just pop off, but you got to make sure on here you might have to undo these screws. So you have screws right here and then another one above the HDMI, so we're gonna have to take those out to take off the graphics card. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'll probably be off camera. There's one. It's still not loose enough. Okay, there's 2. Okay, and this screw right here that I just undid came from the HDMI port above that right here, so there you go. Okay, next up, now we have to undo the graphics card and everything like that, making sure parts aren't being held down anywhere. So I just want to make sure, again, double check everything. You are going to have a fan, so make sure when you do this, okay. And it also looks like you have to undo these guys right here. So I'm going to have to find my pocket knife or whatever that has the hex nut on it. So 1 second. Wasn't expecting that. So, alright. Let's see. Be right back, guys. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we're gonna take our needle nose pliers and just loosen the DVI port connector holder out. Okay, got one. Okay, got the other. Alright, and we might have to take off the screw right here, but I think we should be good to go. Sometimes on graphics cards you have to take that little piece off. So, alright, and to take it apart, just wiggle it like so. There we go. Alright, now we have the fan header. We got these little guys we gotta undo. We gotta take off all this stuff right here. Let me go ahead and point it down. We gotta take all this crap off right here. So we're gonna do that, and then once we do that, we're gonna clean it off with isopropyl alcohol. Okay. I'm just seeing if this is a switch or not. I don't know. Looks like a switch. You can move it back and forth, so it looks like you can overclock it on the fly with a little switch right there. I didn't even notice it. Alright. Go ahead and take that off. Take this off. And then with the fan connector, sometimes if you have long enough nails, you can just pop that off too. So let me see if I can move that into the camera angle. So the fan connector is right here. So sometimes it can be easy and sometimes it can be hard. Alright, pop off just like that. So there you go. Here is the cooler, and it's done. Alright, next up we're going to go ahead and get the isopropyl alcohol and clean around the areas. It's definitely a lot of TIM on this GPU looking at it. So right here we're going to clean this area. Move this stuff out of the way. And then go ahead and start cleaning off the stuff on the RAM. Now people were asking me, does XSPC have any back plates? And they don't for the 7970. They do for like the GTX 670 and the GTX 680. They have that. Okay. Alright, now I gotta get this TIM off, and it's just caked on. You can see where it overflowed on this side onto some of the chips too. So hopefully 2 Q-tips will be enough. If not, I got to get some more. Okay. Yeah, it totally overflowed in this area, and you can see it. Where is it? Look at that. That's all crap that was over the CPU. Luckily, I was able to get that off. Okay, now we're gonna go over again with over the GPU. So over this GPU, not CPU. So you're gonna have to get some chunks off, it looks like. I don't know why they put so much tin on here. You don't need that much, so. And I'm trying to get the tin off as best I can. Okay, there we go. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some more Q-tips. Be right back. Got a handful to make sure this doesn't happen again. Got enough. Okay. So go ahead and over the GPU, then go over the RAM again. Okay. Now I'm just drying off this tin, or not the tin, but the alcohol. Also, I'm trying to get all that tin that overflowed onto all these little resistors and all that stuff. Kind of a pain in the butt. Okay. Clean that off. And then I'm going to give the RAM chipsets a good cleaning again. Let's see what needs to be done. Alright. Here, 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 here. And also I'm just going to clean other stuff too, just in case I have to put the thermal pads on. So here's the instructions right here. I'm looking at them to coincide on what I need to do and everything like that. So, okay, looks like we're good. So here are the thermal pads right here. They're all pre-cut, so you can't get anything better than that. Coolants and EK, you have to cut them up and everything like that. And before anybody says, well, so-and-so water block's the best, or this water block's the best, well, it really doesn't matter. It just matters like what you like the most, you know, as far as like the design of the water block and everything like that. So we got all these thermal pads right here. Alright, so we got tons of thermal pads. Hopefully have some extra just in case. But I'm just looking around to make sure we have everything, and just looking to make sure like the water block's going to coincide with what I'm doing. Always make sure that you're going to have the right block and everything. So I'm going to put the water block aside, and then I'm going to move the GPU to like the picture, like so. So the picture has it like this. This makes it a lot easier to make sure you're doing the correct thing. So thermal pad like that will go right there. This will go right here. Okay. And then you have a square one that will go right here. That looks like you have another one right here. It's going to go like that. And then this one, it's going to be separate. It's going to be right here. And then you're going to have this other number one right here. Let me go ahead and I'll go like that. And then the skinny strip right here, real small one, will go right here. And then the gray ones, they're going to go on top of these right here, like so. And then the blue one is going to go on top, or yeah, on top of these. So that's how it's going to go. So let me go ahead and install these real quick, and I'll be back in a minute. What's up, guys? Dragolo here, back again. Got the thermal pads on and everything like that. So there we go. And for some reason it's saying it is recording without audio, which I know is not true. So I'm going to go ahead and double check everything. Make sure you peel off these guys before putting on this guy right here. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and make sure everything's good to go. And it looks like all the pads are good. Got all the plastic taken off on them. So now all we have to do is put the GPU TIM on. Go ahead and lower my camera a little bit. Just a small amount. That's all you need. If you put any more than that, it's really a waste, and you may get higher temperatures. Okay. Now what I'm going to do right now is carefully take this card and try to match the way it's supposed to be mounted. So hold on right here, because if you see right here, you have this right here in the way. So probably best thing to do is probably get a book or something like that to match everything up. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to mount this, just because it's a little difficult here. Alright. So, alright. I'm just seeing how it will go. So it's going to more or less be like this. So if that's the case, I'm going to do this like so. And then I'm going to take the card and then I'm going to flip it over like that. And then the if it's on good enough, as i.e. the thermal pads, I'll be able to do that. But if not, I'm just going to have to guesstimate where it's going to be fitted in, which it looks like I'm going to have to do. So trying to figure out the best way to do this, and it actually looks like there's some stuff on here, so get a Q-tip with some already isopropyl alcohol on it and clean that off real quick. Okay. Alright, let's give it a shot. Now I'm probably going to have to do this like in the air, trying to match the holes up. It's going to look really awkward. Just because usually what I like to do is I take the PCB and I flip it upside down. Well, if the thermal pads aren't, you know, doing their thing like they're supposed to and stick down, then I can't really do anything about that. So, okay. So let's see if this will work. I'm going to go ahead and like that. Somewhere around there it should line up. I might have to move the block a little, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to hurry up and flip it over. But as you can tell, the thermal pads immediately come right off on that area. So what I'm going to do is try to mount it straight onto the area. And it actually looks like it might, making sure a screw doesn't go in there. So gonna make sure real quick that screw does not go in there, and it doesn't. So I'm gonna put that thermal pad on top of here on the GPU block itself. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you can do that for a lot of water blocks. Sometimes you just do that. So let's do this again. And it didn't spread my TIM out or anything because I didn't even get it matched up. So roughly right here is where it should go. And now it's the moment of truth. Flip it over like that. And then from there, go ahead and you can move the block. It's not going to hurt it. And then after that, we're going to start screwing down the screws. And then we'll be done. So I'll go ahead and there you go. Go ahead and close this video, and then I'll make another one. I'll link all 3 videos together. What's up, guys? Juggalo here. Here's the water block installed. Just screwed in the screws, and that's it. We're ready to go. Now let's go ahead and install it into the case, or I should say motherboard tray. So let me go ahead and move some stuff around. I got a lot of stuff. Alright. Go ahead and lower the camera down so you guys can see. And it will mount right here in this slot. So we're going to go ahead and make sure it's lined up correctly. Alright, there we go. Then we're going to take the screws that we got with the case, and we're going to go ahead and mount them up to the case. So let me go ahead and make sure the screwdriver works. It does. So, like so. Making it just a little loose before I tighten down all the way, just to make sure I can move the card up more if I need to. Okay. And finish this up. And there you have it. Here is the motherboard and everything with the graphics card installed. Like so. And you can see it's not hanging or whatever. Just a little bit. But I can get some more screws, or not more screws, but tighten it up a little tighter, make sure it's not going to be sagging a whole bunch because of this water block. So, yeah. There we go. It's installed. Just have to move everything right here on the graphics card up a little bit as far as the screws, not the screws but the brackets up more. And thank you for subscribing and watching this video. Sorry if this video is long. I'm gonna take all these videos and combine them maybe, but it just depends. Thanks guys. You guys have a great day. Bye.